Lostprophets Ian Watkins child sex offences sentence due. Lostprophets singer Ian Watkins is due to be sentenced for a series of child sex offences including the attempted rape of a baby. Watkins, 36, from Pontypridd, pleaded guilty to 13 child sex offences at Cardiff Crown Court in November. On Wednesday, the court heard Watkins had said in a phone call after admitting the charges, "I don't know what everyone is getting freaked out about." He also said no baby was harmed. During the calls made while he was at Park Prison in Bridgend, he denied being a paedophile and told the caller he only pleaded guilty to avoid a trial. Defending, Sally O'Neill QC said the Lostprophets were an extremely well-known band. Ian Watkins was the lead singer and was the focus of constant attention from fans, and some would do anything to get it and keep it, she told the court. He developed an obsession with filming himself having sex. Fans used extraordinary tactics to get his attention, and the teenagers he filmed himself having sex with were extremely willing participants, she added. She asked for credit for Watkins' guilty plea to spare the jury and others an extremely difficult and distressing trial. However, Mr. Justice Royce said she was being wholly unrealistic to consider that to be mitigation of his guilty plea. He called Watkins' actions horrific sexual abuse of babies. The sentencing hearing is continuing. Meanwhile, South Wales police are investigating whether Watkins also committed offences in Germany and America. The IPCC said it was investigating 3 police forces over the case. In a statement, the police watchdog said, "We now have 3 separate independent investigations into South Wales, South Yorkshire and Bedfordshire police running alongside each other involving the handling of information held on Mr. Watkins prior to his arrest. But this is complex and will take time. There are clearly links between the 3 investigations which cover a 4-year period and involve numerous allegations, and reports and the police response to each must be considered. A significant part of the investigation into South Wales police centres on a detective sergeant who is also being investigated in a separate case where it is alleged he failed to act on allegations a 15-year-old girl had been raped, the IPCC said. 5 forces in total gave South Wales police information on Watkins. The announcement came on the day that Watkins is due to be sentenced for child sex offences. In November, Watkins, called a determined and committed paedophile by a judge, admitted his guilt at the start of his court appearance after he had originally furiously denied the allegations. Watkins admitted the attempted rape and sexual assault of a child under 13 but pleaded not guilty to rape. He also admitted conspiring to rape a child, 3 counts of sexual assault involving children, 7 involving taking, making or possessing indecent images of children, and 1 of possessing an extreme pornographic image involving a sex act on an animal. 2 women, mothers of the abused children, known as Woman A and Woman B, also changed their pleas and admitted the charges against them. They are also due to be sentenced. 1 laptop seized from Watkins's home was password protected with an obscenity relating to sexual activity with children, which was uncovered when it was sent to GCHQ to be cracked. The court heard that he filmed the abuse, which took place in various hotels in London and South Wales, and kept recordings which were recovered by police. Peter Doyle of South Wales Police is leading an investigation into other possible offences by Watkins and says he is sure of other child victims. He said the investigation was large-scale because the amount of data involved, 27 terabits, was 4 or 5 times the size of the databases held by South Wales Police. He added, "The inquiries currently being conducted in Germany and the United States lead me to believe that there are further victims in those countries. At this juncture my belief is that they are child victims." The South Wales police team is liaising with the National Crime Agency, Interpol, and Homeland Security in America. A former girlfriend of Watkins claims she warned police repeatedly over several years about the singer. South Wales police referred themselves to the IPCC after Ian Watkins was charged nearly a year ago.